Hey everyone! So I know there's a lot of assumptions out there when you see someone with a disability. There's people who automatically assume that they know what kind of disability they have. Or they automatically assume they know how they feel about their disability. Or automatically assume pretty much they know everything about that person. Well, today's video is I'm actually going to discuss exactly what my disability is, because I have been for a long time, and still a lot of people automatically assume they know what it is. I've had people ask me straightforward, people I don't know, ask me if I have a disease. Yes. That is an interesting story that I could tell you about, but that'll be for another video, because I really don't want to get into that conversation I had with that person right now. Let's just say it was an interesting one. People also assume that I have spina bifida, which I understand because I see the similarities between someone like what I have and someone that has spina bifida, because I have a lot of friends who have that disability, and I don't ever want to say, oh no, I don't want to have that, because honestly I'm okay with people assuming that I have that, but it's not who I am, it's not what I have, and I'm sure a lot of you that have a disability understand. Or even if you don't have a disability and people assume that they know like where you're from or what background you have. It's like, it's your identity. It's a part of who you are, and you don't want people to automatically assume they know that part of you. So I'm here to explain exactly what this part of my identity is. So I'm going to start from the beginning, from birth. Oh yeah, which has nothing to do with my disability, but I still want to get you to know exactly where everything comes together. So I was actually born with a club foot, which means my foot was like, your foot's supposed to be like this, and foot was like turned in. My foot was turned in, and I also had an undeveloped jaw, as well as a slight cleft palate on top of my root. The jaw and my cleft palate developed themselves, and then I had to have surgery on my foot. Now, let's skip 3 years. So, well actually no, I was diagnosed with kyphoscoliosis when I was a year old, which is a combination of kyphosis and scoliosis. And a lot of people know what scoliosis is. Your spine is supposed to be straight, but scoliosis is like your spine is curved. Well, kyphoscoliosis is a curved spine plus a little twist in some areas, which is what mine is like. And so you'll notice that my shoulders are, this shoulder is higher than this shoulder. It's because how my back is, and I lean this way. So I'm always falling this way, but I am a lot better than I was. And you're also going to see that I do this a lot to try and even out my shoulders, but they never even out, like ever. They try. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. So, I'm sorry. They're just gonna always be like this. It's always gonna be higher, it's always gonna be lower. It's just the way my back is. It's the way it is. Anyways, so when I was 3 years old, I had started having major surgeries. Spinal fusions. My can't remember how many surgeries I've had, but I've had spinal fusions and a few other type of surgeries. Can't think of them right now. And then, but there were also complications in those surgeries, infections, spinal collapsing. So these complications led to me having spinal nerve damage, which means my nerves cannot connect with each other. Like, the brain can't connect with the nerves that are in my back. So that leaves me being paralyzed from the waist down. So I can't feel or move my legs at all, which at times is helpful because I've also had 5 broken legs, yes, 5, and I have not felt either one of them. You're probably wondering, how did I know I broke them then? My legs always swelled up, or I would have a fever, or I would get sick. That's how I knew my legs were broken. And so that's a great positive, is not being able to feel them and not being able to feel the crack. Because there was one that was a clean break. I'm glad I didn't feel that one. So, but I also can't feel from my rib down. I always do the touch test. Like, I can feel like right here, but then I can't feel like right here. So I can move side to side from my waist up, but I can't feel from down here, like from here down. So I can't move my legs, and I can't feel down there, like from here down, like at all. A lot of people are like, but don't you have some feeling? I don't. I don't have any feeling. There are people in wheelchairs that do have feeling and are capable of moving their legs somewhat. And there are people who definitely are able to get in and out of their wheelchairs and are able to move their legs. So that was all. I was 3 and 4 years old. I don't remember it. I don't remember the before. I don't remember walking. I don't remember anything from that. I remember some pieces of the hospital. I don't like hospitals. I don't watch hospital shows. So I don't watch Grey's Anatomy. What? I know, I'm sorry. I don't watch House. I don't watch whatever other hospital shows there are. I hate it because it brings me back to when I was in the hospital. Just memories that are back, like all the way in the back of my head. Because if you ask me if I remember anything from those days, I really don't. I mean, who does at 3 years old and 4 years old? So yeah, I don't. So all in all, it all falls. So I have kyphoscoliosis, spinal nerve damage, and I'm a paraplegic, which all falls under spinal cord injury. Now, when people hear that someone has a spinal cord injury, they automatically assume that they have been in an accident, whether it's a car accident or whether falling off a ladder or anything like that. So you can't always assume that you know what that person's disability is. Or when they tell you what their disability is. Like if I tell you I have a spinal cord injury, don't automatically assume that I was in a car accident. Yes, I have friends who have been in car accidents and has spinal cord injury. But again, not everyone has the same story. So don't always assume you know what their disability is, especially because everyone's different. As you all know, everyone is different. Everyone has a different story to tell. And honestly, I would not change my story at all. To me, without my disability, I would not be the person I am today. I would not be living the life I have today. I would not have met the people I know, my friends, my coaches, my sport coaches, the officials. I would not have gone across the country and met all these other wonderful athletes with disabilities and parents of them. And it's just, and I get a different point of view that many people have. Some good, some bad, and it's just a wonderful thing. And I also would like people to realize that not every single person who has a disability wishes they didn't have that disability. Because I am not. I always ask myself, because I know one day I'm going to be asked this, if there was a cure tomorrow, like it was a for sure cure, that I would be able to walk the next day, or after therapy and everything, would I say yes to that cure? Would I take a chance and go for it? And my answer, it'll always be the same answer. No. Because I would not be who I am today without it. And my disability is my disability. It's a part of who I am. It's not the whole part of me, but it is a part of me. And I use a wheelchair, and I do sports, I write, I speak. I'm speaking to you guys right now on YouTube. I would not be who I am. Honestly, I wouldn't be. And I just wish people would see that. I wish people understand that we are people too. We have lives. We're not just here. And yes, a lot of people do wish they could walk. They do wish they could see. They wish. But if we as a society were more open to people with disabilities, I feel like people with disabilities would feel more open to their own disability. Honestly, I do. And there are disabilities out there that, yes, I can see why you wish this and wish that. Because there are disabilities out there that are harsher than what mine is and what other people have. And I get it. I understand. But I just wish other people would see that too. So this is my disability. This is my story. Not every single person with a disability will have my opinion and will feel the same way I do. So I also don't want you guys to assume that. And if you're still watching, thank you, because I am at 14 minutes. I am sorry for the long video. Once I start talking about something, I start talking about it, and you're going to learn that if you continue watching my videos. If you have any questions about my disability, please ask. I'm always open to answering any questions. Comment below or send me a message. Follow me on my social media accounts, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, please like and subscribe to the video and my channel. Again, have any questions, please ask. I answer anything. Believe me, I answer anything. And you won't know once I tell you about that story, about that one conversation I had about that lady who asked me if I had a disease or other questions that she had. Whew, that was an interesting conversation. But anyways, this is it for now. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a great day. And remember, don't assume you know what another person has or not have. Thank you, and again, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.